As we head to Thanksgiving, nothing is thankful. Well, if you're a Yankee fan, you have nothing to be thankful for because essentially what's happening is you're running back with the same team that you had last year. That was a flash in the pan, only because the American League was terrible. Now Toronto has gotten better, and they just got Dylan Cease. Because hey, wow, what a concept! Team goes out and gets a star, gets a stud. I can't remember the last time the Yankees did that. And don't tell me Stan because he was like 40 years past his prime. Just a prime star. It's been a long time since we've got that. We got Juan Soto, but you always knew it was going to be a 1 year rental, so I was never excited about it. But Hal Steinbrenner said this. There's a couple of things that we have to discuss today. We have to talk about, is Kevin Stefanski a hater, a racist, both? Why can't he give Shador Sanders any credit? There's something deep there. There's something deeper, I think. And then you have the Jets. Then you have the Giants. Did the Giants tank the game last week? Lane Kiffin, where's he going to go? Ole Miss. Peters, Curtis, and across the board. And this is a big thing why I love Staten Island sports also. Um, Thanksgiving Eve is always that proud tradition of basketball, high school basketball opening up, and you have games throughout the borough. With the big one being, of course, at CSI, the rivalry game, St. Peter's and Curtis. And it's sad, really, how that has not really big anymore. I remember like when Staten Island Cable used to broadcast it, and we did it for a couple of years actually on WSA radio, like actual radio, like on the FM dial, not this, nobody cares streaming stuff that about 7 people subscribe to. Um, Essentially, yeah, nobody cares. But um, Hal Steinbrenner, the Yankee owner, had this to say, and this is what got me. This is what got me. Hal Steinbrenner said payroll was 319 million in 2025. This is what he says. Would it be ideal if it went down? Of course. But does that mean that's going to happen? Of course not. We want to field a team we know can win a championship or we believe can win a championship, end quote. Why are you even saying anything about the payroll if you're going to sit there and go? So, what he's essentially saying is, yeah, we're going to spend money, but it's going to be stupid money again. You spent $22 million on Trent Grisham, who's a loser. I mean, let's face facts. He had one good year. And what was the year? About a 248 hitter? I mean, what are we doing here? Yeah, let's print the pennant tickets out. We got Grisham back. Who cares? Who cares? It's foolish money. Red Sox sitting there making moves. Toronto's making moves. And there's the Yankees. And the $22 million for Grisham all but guarantees. We have to hear from the annoying Met fan again all offseason because Bellinger's going to Queens or Tucker. Hell, or both. Or both. Yankees have no money no more. They spent what, another $5 million on some other schluff reliever the other day. Hal Steinbrenner also said this was the one that got me. I will say this. This was the one that got me. I want you to listen, turn the volume up on the video and listen to what I'm about to tell you. Close your eyes and listen to what I'm about to tell you. Because if you're a Yankee fan and you're listening to this, you have to say, God Almighty, Lord, take me now. This is what he says. He said it's not fair, end quote. Not fair to assume The New York Yankees make a profit. Quote. Now, this is where it gets interesting, folks. Listen to this. Let's all read together, boys and girls. I don't want to get into it, but that's not a fair statement or an accurate statement. Everybody wants to talk about revenues. They need to talk about our expenses, including the $100 million expense to the city of New York that we have to pay every February 1st, including the COVID year. So it all starts to add up in a hurry. End quote. If that's the case, then please do us all a favor and sell the team. Now, again, I'm not saying that the cost has not gone up in New York. And he's probably, yes, the Yankees are probably paying revenue, and that has gone up obviously over the years. But you can't tell me that the sold out 50,000 that they have every game and the $20 Aaron Judge chicken bucket isn't selling out and making the money. I got a bridge to sell you. If you don't think that the New York Yankees are making money, you need to take an economics course, and you need to take one now. Because there is no way on God's green earth that the Yankees are not making a profit or they're struggling to make a profit. And this is all leading up to what we knew was going to happen. They're going to run it back with the same band of losers and the same band of 245, 250 hitters that will just make you just not want to watch the game of baseball. The New York Yankees are one of the most unwatchable teams in sports. They're just boring. Their brand of baseball is boring. They suck. And they won 90 something games last year again because the American League East, you can have a 5-year-old division and they would hold tough with a lot of those teams. The American League was that bad. So what this is doing now is this is setting up that notion now. And now just think about the wheels turning into place here. You're going to bring back Volpe. So you're going to have the same, scummy feeling watching the Yankees at shortstop. Because he's not going to get better. He's going to get worse. He's either going to get worse, which is going to be bad, or he's going to be himself, which is bad. And then you have Jazz. Oh, wow, yeah, he's got a gold chain. He's cool, yo, yeah. Yeah, he sells merch. Okay. Outside of selling gold chains and acting like he is God's gift to baseball, what does he exactly do other than hit 220? Hit home runs that really, if he wasn't playing in Yankee Stadium, are not home runs. You can't tell me that Jazz Chisholm is a 30 home run hitter. He's not. He plays in a bandbox. That's why. He still can't play defense. You have the worst middle infield in all of baseball in Volpe and Jazz. And they're going to run it back. And they'll run it back with McMahon at third, who also is like a 190 hitter. They have no first baseman. They will not be in on Alonso. They won't even try. They have no pitching. Half their rotation's out until May and June. And there's the Mets. There's the Mets. The Mets who will sign either Bellinger or Tucker or both. I think Bellinger wants to go to Queens. Because who wants to stay in the Bronx? You're such a losing, like you have no future. Why would you want to stay in the Bronx? You want to buy what the Mets are selling. They have a future. So you want to go there. Okay, that's number one. And then They're going to sign Diaz back. They're going to sign Alonso back. Alonso's a puppy dog. He doesn't want to leave. He has this sick obsession with the Met. I don't know what it is. Maybe him and Juan Soto play pinochle together. I don't know. But the guy doesn't want to leave. Be it as it may, okay. He will never leave. So you have both of them coming back. So you're the Mets running it back and the Yankees running it back are two different things. Because the Mets also will add pieces. And I know we talk about how Stearns is small market Stearns. Well, guess what? The guy knows something. And we're seeing this now. The trade for Nimmo the other day. Oh, Marcus Semien now. He's a 35-year-old second baseman. I would take Semien over Jazz in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. If you told me, can we have Semien at second base for 2 years or Jazz at second base for the next 5 years, I'm going Semien for the next two. And then do what you're going to do in 2028. But in 26 and 27, give me Semien. And Nimmo, like I said, Nimmo is good. I thought he was a good teammate. I thought he was good for the team. Had a lot of juice. Defense was not strong. Good year offensively. And Stearns has said, I want a defense. Now, I know Alonso really isn't the biggest, defensive person out there. Maybe you say, all right, Pete, listen, we're going to bring you back. You'll have very limited reps at first base. And if he's getting paid a boatload of money to be pretty much a full-time DH, who's going to complain? Which I think that's what's going to go down. But again, the Mets running it back and the Yankees are two different things. And I think again what that does. See, we saw the dominoes fall. So now the Yankees waste $22 million on an outfielder in Grisham, who's not worth the money. Then you have the Mets ship out an outfielder. Well, wait a second now. Now they're making room for something. They're cooking. And I guarantee you, by the winter meetings, or as soon as the winter meetings end, we're going to get the deals done. Diaz will be a Met, Alonso will be a Met, and either Bellinger will be a Met or Tucker will be a Met. 100%. They'll probably get one of the Japanese arms. You mean you could probably get a decent package for Senga and McNeil? Maybe. Maybe you get something. But it's tiring. And like I said, my sports teams have sucked over the years. I really had nothing to look forward to. USC football really is my thing. Because the Jets are a joke. The Nets are, I don't know what they are. The Devils, eh. And the Yankees is just, you know what you're going to get every year. It's the same crap. And you're going to get the same crap next year also. But for the owner to sit there and say pretty much that, oh, well, we don't make a profit. Come on. Who are we kidding here that the Yankees don't make a profit? Yeah, and I'm playing shortstop for the Mets.